Growing up in an urban setting all my life, you know, I never was exposed to my cultural teachings and my cultural knowledge, and you know, it feels like that's something I need to learn, and something I would love to teach my kids and learn my language.
What we're trying to do is create an atmosphere in the program that is family oriented.
It felt like a home. It felt like a family. It felt like a really tight community, you know.
So they get that one-on-one attention, and we teach and tutor at their own pace.
Someone I'm tutoring is struggling with something, I can say, well, what part of this question don't you understand? And then if they have a response, or even if they don't even totally know, if I can pick up on what they're not getting, then I can specifically tell them what they need to know.
Like if you're struggling, you come here and they'll help you. You won't leave, they won't let you leave until you get this stuff.
CETA Pathways began in 2010 as a need to address certainly a lot of the material aspects of living in a socioeconomic impoverished community. So you provide a financial support through transportation, bus passes and so forth. You provide nutrition, so food and a dinner meal here at the program. And then once those are taken care of, we then get involved with the academic stuff.
I had no desire to go to school. I had no one pushing me to go to school, and I was doing just fine without school. Why bother?
When we look at Indigenous communities, the dropout rate out of high school, for example, is much higher than in other Canadians.
You know, we realised that a student with a high school certificate is in a much better place going out into the society than one who hasn't, and that's the fundamental of the Pathways to Education program.
I started seeing where my future could be if I stay on this track. I started thinking about learning about post-secondary and what that means. And I started thinking about going to college. I started thinking about going to university. I started thinking about, you know, stuff that never even occurred in my mind before.
Pathways Education is a program of choice. You know, they choose to be here, and so that's what we build on in that relationship, that you win both ways. You win in this relationship, but you win when you find out you've got an A on your report card that came from just being with us.
And in realizing their full potential, those children will come back and contribute to their communities and really help achieve the maximum potential that community has.
That's the main idea for us to be in the schools, was to build these relationships with these kids, because some of them don't have that at home. They don't have that. So we need to give it to them as much as we can.
Having people around that care, it's important, and there are results.
I was 60% in class, and I boosted up to like 80.
It makes me feel great about myself, because now I know I can go to college and I can get a good paying job, and I can, you know, support my family and my mom.
Everything we do at HSBC, we're a bank, we're a service company, we don't do things that are necessarily tangible. But when you participate in programs like this, you see through the smile and the people that we touch that we're making a difference.
Certainly none of us would be here without the financial support of the many donors and charitable acts, particularly from HSBC and others.
You know, when we see organisations such as HSBC investing in the young people of this neighbourhood, I mean, firstly we see how tangibly that can help.
These children are our future. They're going to run our country later in life, and we need to help them. We need to educate them.
I was on a fast track nowhere, and I didn't have anybody in my life that could show me that things could be different.
So Pathways, you know, gives us that opportunity. It gives us a chance to get out of our poverty and move forward.
It helps people who are less fortunate that, you know, that helped them reach their goals in life.
Yeah, Pathways is changing my life.
Miigwech
What does that mean?
means thank you.